Let's look at Honeycomb using Honeycomb to help investigate user complaints about slow query performance. Now, in Honeycomb, we have shared resources known as partitions. We could do a query by duration or P95 duration by partition ID, and we'll get a view kind of looks like this. And you could quickly see that, yeah, we have three partitions which are loaded more heavily, not consistently, but more heavily than others, and have long, slow durations going on. When you look at these durations, they're actually really, really long, well, almost not normally long. Now, at Honeycomb, we do have a way to understand concurrency of what's going on at the same time, and it is just called just that, concurrency, which will look at the start of an event and the end of an event and draw them out onto a chart grouped by a specific thing, in this case here, partition ID. And when we do this, we can clearly see our three partitions there, 93, 38, and 41, they're definitely really heavily loaded versus the rest coming in. And at this point, yeah, we can focus our investigations on those three partitions and understand what's going on with them. So let's go ahead and create that filter right here. Partition ID in 93, 38, and 41. We're going to go ahead and group this by team ID. Now, when we do this, we're going to get a view of teams making requests on those three partitions at that concurrency scale. And okay, team 44263 is definitely heavily using that. And we can see other teams also affected, 45894 and even 642. But what's going on now? Other areas we can look at to investigate this more is, was this a single request? Was this multi request? When we're dealing with it at the purchase level, we're not really sure because it got forked off, but we have that data at the root of our traces, and it's called QID. So we can go ahead and group against that root attribute by using the root prefix or relational field prefix in Honeycomb to understand how things are happening down at the inner partition handling level from the overall trace level, trace queue or request level, if you will. We get here and it's kind of hard to see the other ones. Let's go ahead and make this a log scale chart. We can see really see what's going on. And definitely that one customer had a single request that chewed up all that time, which looking at what was going on. And we could see all the individual other requests our customers were doing and how they were impacted as well during this time period. Using concurrency in Honeycomb is really great at understanding how a shared resource is being used and how other customers are impacted by it.